Welcome to Taking Care of Business on News Talk 1180 KERN for the best in Saturday Talk Radio at 1 o'clock, and on 1230 KGEO at 10 o'clock Saturday, and for the best in Wednesday Talk Radio on 1410 KERI, the Christian station. We're now on 1000 KKIM in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and also 3 times a week on the internet nationwide through knookmedia.com. Plus, you can catch any of our shows for the last 4 years at the Clay and Marty Show. Your host is Clay Koerner, and I'm Marty Pay, and our producer is Greg Held. Clay, that was a great show last week with Patrick O'Donnell, combat historian.
He's a great writer, isn't he?
Yeah, you know, his new book, First Seals, I'm really into the middle of it. It's really a great book.
Yeah, well, and We Were One, that was a great book, too.
Yeah.
A lot of great books. You know, and we've got some bad news. It looks like the station may be non-renewing the Clay and Marty Show.
Non-renewing the Clay and Marty Show? Well, non-renewing, or we decided not to renew it?
Looks like we're going to be non-renewed. I guess we're too conservative.
Well, we may be making some alterations, so we can talk about that another time. And then our second guest was Kerry Bowles. He's got a great ministry through Healing Word Ministries. Yeah,
he and Caesar, they're pretty neat guys, aren't they?
Yeah, they're interesting guys.
They do a lot for the community too.
Yeah. Well, today we've got a great show. In the second half, we've got a gentleman who wrote a fascinating book. We're going to have a little fun with him. Dr. Ivan Eland, Recarving Rushmore, Ranking the Presidents.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with him, I'll tell you.
I can see this one coming.
I saw the ranking.
Yeah,
Whew.
It's going to be fun.
I don't think he and I are on the same page.
I don't think so either. In studio right now, we have a friend of the show, Nancy Phillips, Director for the Western Region of the United States for Virtual Enterprise. Nancy, welcome to Taking Care of Business.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's always fun having you on talking about Virtual Enterprise. I love this program a lot, and I guess I've been a part of it for, I'm going to guess, 5-6 years. No, longer than that now.
I think so.
Yeah, it's probably been 7 or 8 years, that I've been a part of it. So
I thought you were a founder.
Oh, here we go. Like in the 1800s?
Yeah, when it started, 1910 or something like that?
Yeah.
When did it start, Nancy?
You know, Nancy, the problem with having Clay awake is he gets real, cantankerous.
And today I'm really cantankerous, so it's going to be a fun show for Marty.
So,
when did it actually start?
Well, in the United States, it came to the United States in 1996 in New York, and it came to California here in Bakersfield through the Kern High School District in 1998. But it's been around since basically after World War II, and it's an international program. It's just not here in the United States. Mm-hmm. It's around the world.
Since the World War II, huh, Marty?
Mm-hmm. So where did it start? Did it start in England?
Basically in Austria,
and
it spread through some of the European countries, and now it's over throughout the South Pacific and Australia and the United States and Canada. And it's primarily a program for high school students and post-secondary.
Now, tell our listeners exactly what the program is.
Well, the program is an entrepreneurial program, and it's based on, in high schools, it's mainly for juniors and seniors in high school. And they come in and they learn how to start a business, run a business. And I think the benefit of all this program is how to actually be a good employee in a business, because they are given jobs, or they actually interview for jobs for their company once they decide upon what that company is. And then they are given a quote-unquote virtual paycheck. They have to apply for a loan for the company through me. They have to apply for business contracts. They have to apply for startup cost. And they have to apply for a lot of different other monetary things with each other, too.
Now, they actually have to make up a business.
Yes.
As part of the beginning of the class.
Yes.
And then, okay, so, and as I've been involved with it over the years, some of the businesses are pretty far out.
Well, just to let you know, they sometimes they get way so far out that they really don't exist. I mean, right now, that type of business does not exist. And I'll give you an example of 2 companies. One is in Santa Barbara area, and the other is in the Orange County area. They both are doing hoverboards, which really aren't out there yet, but for those of you that remember Back to the Future and Marty McFly, the hover skateboard, this is what their companies are.
Our guest in studio, Nancy Phillips, the Western Regional Director for Virtual Enterprise.
Now, Nancy, this isn't just Kern County, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, you have people coming from where? The Tri-County area, Orange County, San Diego?
Basically from all of California there are about 145 companies, which equates to give or take 100 schools in the state of California, and there's a couple schools in southern Oregon that are in my region. But throughout the whole United States, there are, give or take, 500 companies.
But just your region, because they all come to Kern County to do their presentation.
This is one. This is the state trade show, and that's next week, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday. And what's the average size of each company as far as employees?
Well, right now I would say the average would be 25 to 30 students in the class, because it is a class. It's not an extracurricular activity from the standpoint of no classroom time. All of them are classes in high schools in the United States and California.
But of that group, how many would come and do the actual presentation here?
Well, it depends. Some schools will bring their entire class. Others will bring just those that are going to be in the competitions. And we have numerous competitions on Tuesday, the 2nd of December. We have a state business plan competition, which would include anywhere from 4 to 6 students on a team. And then some of the other oral competitions might have 2 to 4 students on a team. But a lot of the companies, or a lot of the schools, will actually bring maybe 35 students.
And you divide these up into different categories. What are some of the categories?
Well, there's a marketing plan category. There's sales presentation category, where they have to sell the judges something. Human resources scenario, where they draw a scenario out of a hat, so to speak, and then they have to explain how their company would deal with that particular scenario. There's the perfect pitch, where they get on an elevator, supposedly, with someone, and they have to paint a picture of their particular company in words. They have nothing to show anybody. It's just like you're meeting a stranger on an elevator, and you have 70 seconds to tell them what your company is all about.
Now, basically, I know the involvement I've had is as a judge. There's a marketing plan, and you have 4 to 6 students there. And basically what they're doing is trying to present the marketing plan to us in order to get funding.
Yes, and that's through the state business plan competition. So they must write a business plan. And part of that plan, of course, is the marketing plan. And they have 8 to 10 minutes to present to 3 or 4 judges everything about their particular company, along with a slideshow presentation. And then the judges have 6 to 8 minutes to ask questions of these students.
And this all takes place on the December 2nd next week, correct?
Yes, and the finals are the 3rd.
The finals are the 3rd. Now, there's also a actual trade show where they set up their booths and they display their program or their company. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And they really go all out. I've been to a few of these. They really go all out.
Yes, they do. And we're going to have about 108 booths at the convention center.
And the general public can come to this, can't they?
Yes, they can. There's no charge.
And it's at the convention center downtown Bakersfield.
Correct.
Can they come to both December 2nd and December 3rd? Or?
Well, December 2nd are the competitions, and that's kind of hard to get visitors in unless they are maybe parents or teachers that come with the class. But the public really is invited to the trade show, and they'll be given fake checks, if you will, and they can go purchase items, virtual items, at the trade show booths.
No, it's virtual items, so you're really not walking out with anything.
No, you're not.
No. Now, the way the business plan works, okay, so they've got a business plan trying to show dollars and cents how this thing works, a normal business plan that any business would have. Right. And then they're making the presentation to the judges, and then what we do is there's a first round, a second round. Explain how all that works and what ultimately the goal is for them.
Okay, all the teams must present twice, and that's on Tuesday the 2nd. They have to present twice. Then we cut the numbers to about 16, and then the afternoon of the 2nd, they come and present their 3rd round. Then those numbers are cut to about 7 or 8, and on Wednesday morning are the finals for the business plan. Of that, there will be 5 chosen to represent the state of California in New York City in April of next year at the National Business Plan Competition.
So it's interesting because what they're doing is they're talking to us as if we were New York bankers, and then ultimately they end up sitting in front of New York bankers asking for money.
That's correct. They do if they make it that far.
So it's a fascinating experience for these students.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And this is a nationwide event. It's not just California.
Not just California, no.
Okay. When we come back from the break, let's talk a little bit more about the program and about what's going on December 2nd. We'll be back in a moment on Taking Care of Business on Koerner Radio News Talk 1180.